Okay, we'd like to make some shapes out of hollow form or spindle mode with the grain going parallel to the bed. And there's a couple ways that we can do that. We want to start with rolling a bead or making a convex shape. Come in here, and I know this wood's got to go away, so I can do it with a push cut, and I can come in here on the other side. Now there's two ways to roll this bead, and one way I'm going to use just a standard push cut with the bevel support. So anchor bevel cut, I've got to have it anchored down, I've got the bevel support. Before I make a cut, then I'm going to swing the handle away from me and get a whisk of a shaving and have a cut going. In order to make a curved line, I'm going to have to move the handle away from me and have the bevel follow around a corner. So watch the handle now, I'm going to move it away and make the force of the cut following the bevel following behind. I swing the handle. So this is one-dimensional. All I'm doing is swinging the handle. I'm doing nothing else. Fluid is pointing in the direction I'm going to travel. We have a 45-degree slicing action to the fibers, so the fibers are cleanly cut. It's going downhill to the fibers, and I'm swinging the handle to keep the bevel on the entire time. Okay, well, let's go around the other direction. I have to move the handle here, and I'm going to pull the handle towards me now to make the bead on the other side. So this is one-dimensional, and this is what we would do on the outside of a hollow form if we were making a vessel shape. We want to make a nice rounded surface. Start in the middle, work my way down from large diameter to small. Another way to do this would be to use a spindle gouge. I can do it with a bowl gouge too, since I've already got it in my hand. Let's do it. I'm going to have to do a lot of different things. I'm going to roll my wrist as I come around the corner. From the middle of it, around the corner, I'm going to roll my wrist and swing my handle and lift the handle. Right? So here again, I'm going to start with the bevel. I'm going to roll my wrist, lift the handle. Again, start in the middle, roll my wrist, lift the handle. Okay, let me grab the spindle gouge, which is much more suited for this. The spindle gouge has a steeper angle. It's a little more friendly to do this. So again, I'm going to get down on the bevel, ride the bevel right at the apex of the largest diameter, roll my wrist, and lift the handle. Right in the middle, roll my wrist, lift the handle. Okay. Now let's do this in a smaller scale. So let's make a little tiny bead here. I'm going to roll my wrist and lift the handle. Roll my wrist and lift the handle. Now look what happens when I get right down in between two beads. Look what happens to the flute. The flute is pointing right straight up and down so that I can get in that corner. Just roll one this way. Roll one this way. I'm going to roll my wrist and lift the handle at the same time and get right into that corner. Roll my wrist, lift the handle, roll my wrist, lift the handle, okay? And when we're doing a little tiny bead like this, the first ride the bevel method would be very, very difficult. So when we're doing smaller beads, now this method of rolling your wrist and lifting the handle is much more friendly. Get right down in there. Okay, roll the wrist, lift the handle, okay?